full federal recommendation.
Yeah, and this new company I'm with, HP, they're paying me 58 cents a mile straight and $20 an hour. Unlimited overtime.
Welcome to the $20 an hour club.
Hell yeah.
Then we got Denny sitting there all smug. Make it 50.
No, not 50.
Come on!
I do okay, though.
I like the disgust on his face when he said not 50, like it's more.
It's definitely not more.
like I would be happy with 50.
What are you drinking, Chris?
Gin and Diet Dr. Pepper.
I love it.
He's here.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Wait on.
What's Blind Spot's name?
Rico.
Come on!
Yeah, that's the point, Andrew.
All right, guess I'm going to have to get my wine. Be right back. Come on!
All right, Andrew's gone. I've been working on my
Did we lose Tiefel? Come on.
on my next tilt. You know, wait. What?
We see you now.
Weird.
I will beat you on this one.
Yeah, I'm already out of gin. That was the last of it.
You're out of gin. Gotta call the Red Cross now.
Hey, look, guys, I'm a Jib Jab cartoon.
Come on! Come on!
What's up, everybody? Hello. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to talk mental health with everyone. It's the end of the week. It's Friday. We'll talk mental health here in just a couple minutes with a mental health specialist that
something
Channel
we all
13
need.
and Channel 11 uses. We need a lot of mental health here on the show, so we'll talk about that. And our musical guest, Chloe and the Steel Strings, which I'm super excited about. Those guys are amazing. So we'll talk more about that coming up in a second. This portion of the show brought to you in part by our friends at Glam and Gloss. Colleen's Lip Sense Girl. If you want to look like Colleen, if you want to look like Colleen, you get Lip Sense. If you want to look like me, you get regular makeup. That's your choice. So make your choice wisely. Extreme Class Limousines, our friend Guy over there, who's also Guy the grocery guy. If you need groceries gotten, then you need to hit up Guy at Extreme Class Limos. And Glick Electrical Services as well for all your electronic needs. All right, let's get the show started. It is Friday, everybody.
And now, our feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. Holla at Andrew Z. I said Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning, yeah.
Come on. Welcome, everybody. It is Friday, April 10th, 2020, in the year of our Lord. It is Good Friday, as a matter of fact, today. Let's see. Sugar
It is
Vermont
Good
has
Friday.
a night off, but we are still jam-packed. We've got Colleen Z rolling on in here. Hi, Colleen. We got Chris Tiefel in the
Yo.
upper quarter. Bottom right on your screen, I think, is Stephen Wolf, the Wolfman.
Hey, what's
In
up?
the
And I
center
gotta say this
square,
real quick.
Jake Dickey. Right next to Jake, probably feeling on his leg, Denny Crum. And producer Holly, let's get at it.
Andrew Z. In
And
the
friends.
morning.
Woo! What is up, everybody? Welcome to Friday. I'm super excited about today's show. I would like to say, starting off, that again, Sugar's not here. We've got a great show. Those Chloe and the Strings is our musical guest. They are amazing. They're also going to be part. I think Holly. They're going to be part of our show on Sunday. Our special. Okay,
Yep.
So check this out, you guys. We have an all music show on live in the 419 Facebook page. 14 different local artists all performing Sunday night beginning at 6 p.m. That is a show that you do not want to miss. And Chloe and the Strings will be part of that tonight. And then they're going to be part of that show on Sunday. And we've also got a special person here to talk about mental health, which I think we can I'll use a little mental health talk. Well, look at us. I mean, come on. So I started. We went to the grocery store today, and when you go to, if you've ever been to Costco, they have fun stuff. They have like fun stuff that you don't find anywhere else. So we went ahead and bought some of this to feel healthy. I don't know if you guys can see it there. It's called Health Aid Kombucha. Kombucha. And it's basically pomegranates. It's made out of pomegranate, because this is the pomegranate flavor. But it's bubbly probiotic tea. And it's actually quite delicious. And it comes in a cool little bottle. And I feel healthy because I had to offset my Colleen's that we shared some cookie dough. So I had to offset the chocolate chip cookie dough with the kombucha to get a little healthy in their teeth.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I do believe my ancestors fought a war, so I never had to drink tea.
So really quick though, it does not taste good, and it smells like really strong vinegar.
It's not true.
So it tastes and smells exactly like it sounds.
They're really,
So what you're saying is you're not going to be making out with Andrew later.
Well, actually, I
Like
drank.
that was an option.
So I did drink my bottle of it, but like I shotgun it really fast. I was like, whoop.
I see. I really like it. Like, the first
She had to get to that White Claw.
the first one. The first one was
It's a Truly today, thank you.
the first one was a little vinegary, but yeah, I think it's good. And yes, it is how it works, Denny. What happens is if you eat something unhealthy, you eat something healthy, and it balances the body. It's a lot of people don't know that. but-
Hence
So-
the
so I
Herbalife
can-
shakes.
I can eat just like a whole pan full of brownies and then
Yes.
just follow it up with a piece of celery, and then there's just the
And
brownie
I think
calories
we
doesn't
need,
count.
if we have any medical professionals listening right now, can you just go ahead and call in? Andrew, why don't you give out that number?
419-931-6032.
Well, I mean,
I'll even take an
Except for
orderly.
you- Except for you, Dr. Knopf's.
The reason I'll prove it is I've been following this pattern my whole life, and look at me. So there you go. Why is that funny, Holly? What's so funny? Jake,
Because I'm in the same boat.
go ahead, Jake.
I ate a whole DiGiorno pizza by myself today.
No,
Where-
that's
where-
fine. When you're alone, there's no calories.
Where's the delicious part though?
It was all right. It was a pizza, but I ate the whole thing in one sitting.
It wasn't delivery.
So really quick though, so I was eating cookie dough before the show, and it's the like raw vegan kind, so there's like no eggs or anything.
She was eating it wrong
Why was I eating it wrong, Tiefel?
because you were avoiding the chocolate chips.
Yeah, I know.
You're worse than
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Hitler.
You're worse than Hitler.
Well, here's the thing: is I don't like chocolate chips unless they're melted in a cookie.
So she was eating the cookie dough and then brushing aside the best part, which is the chocolate chips.
So then I made Andrew eat the chocolate chips so I could get more dough.
It's like, man, I want a hot dog. If I can just eat around the wiener, and it'd be so delicious.
Can we like piece that clip out and just get Andrew? If I can just eat around the wiener and just make that like a clip that we play every now and then.
I don't want to hear about their sex life.
So
I do.
So, Tivo, you can turn yourself up just a little bit, but so here's the other thing. We're at the grocery store, and again, we go together because people say only one person should go, but we're going for a couple different households. So we go to the grocery store, and Colleen says, "Well, we need some of the cleaning products," and they're already pretty empty. The shelves are pretty empty, right? So
I hate you. I want you to know this.
So she says, I want that one up there on the top shelf. Can you grab it for me? And I go to grab it, and I'm like, how many do you want? And she goes, well, what's the limit? And I said, I don't know what the limit. How many do you want? She's like, I want one. Well, unless the limit is 0, why do you care?
This item is not for sale, sir.
What I love about this story is that Costco has racks that go practically to the ceiling. So top shelf meant that Andrew was monkeying his fat ass up the shelves.
No, this was Meijer. Thank you very much. And the reason that I asked is because the cleaning products had a limit of 2, and I had gotten 2 other hydrogen peroxide cleaners.
But the one you asked
it was 2
about,
of branded.
Yeah, but the one you asked me about, you only wanted 1. So why would you ask me what the limit is? Because the limit's not 0. They're not for sale.
That's like going for bananas and going, what's the limit on fruit? You already got, or what's the limit on the bananas? No, the limit is on like individual things of fruit.
See,
Colleen, as a whole.
What I wonder then, Colleen, if you go in the 20 and under, like at the grocery store, if you have 8 bananas, do you consider that 8 items or 1 item? I'd love to know.
Ma'am, these are not selling items. These are show items only. These are for decoration.
Did you not see the sign that said 0 on the limit?
Yeah, we only want these to make our shelves look nice and pretty.
Okay, so I just want to
These
clarify
products.
this. They're safe because they're not in my home tonight with me. But as for you, sir, there is no guarantees that rubbing alcohol is not going to make its way into your CPAP machine.
Go ahead, Tiefel. I know, right?
Oh, I don't. When you had the bumper music playing beforehand and everything, one of my neighbors apparently accidentally connected to my Bluetooth soundbar. So while you guys were all listening to Andrew Z, I was treated to Kevin Gates going,
You got 2 phones?
No, I got, you might think I'm tripping. I heard them while they was giggling. I'm dicking it ridiculous. Ooh, I'm thicking it.
It could have been worse.
The rap music now is just garbage. It is.
What I love most about Kevin Gates.
Who is he? He's
what
a
I
rapper, right?
Yeah, he's a rapper. But what I love most about him is when he's just wearing like just a normal shirt, pants. He looks like the most normal guy you would just ever run into. He looks like a real nice guy. He takes that shirt off, dude's covered head to toe in tattoos. he's like a Trojan horse of shitty music into your family.
What was that song? What was the song you were just talking? What's it called?
The song is called 69.
Of course it is.
Okay, go ahead, Danny. What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, not all modern rap music is trash. You just kind of got to know where to look for it. A lot of the mainstream stuff is, but there's a lot of really, really, really talented younger MCs coming up. Joyner Lucas, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Chance the Rapper. I mean, if you get into those guys are really, really talented. But if you're listening to, Tekashi 6ix9ine or Lil Xan or whatever, then it's trash.
I don't know,
Danny. That's why I got to say, when I'm out on a show or something, I would rather play more of the older school music that doesn't have the cussing than some of the newer school today.
I mean, the cussing doesn't really bother me. It's just sometimes it's just people. It's people that really can't rap that are just like throwing nonsense on the things. But when you look at the guys who I just named,
But in the old
Joyner
days,
Chance, J. Cole, like all those guys are crazy talented.
in the old days, though, the lyrics made sense. Nowadays, all you have to do is do a catchy hook, like, and then the lyrics are garbage. Like, here's that song you were just talking about, and none of it makes any sense. Okay, here you go, Tifo. Yeah, it's your boy Malaki, kissing me below my navel, licking you below yours, doing some grown folks shit. None of that even rhymed. Let me lick you up and down, say shoddy. I want to do you things. Let's get it started. I want to sing my song for you at my party. It's going down. Aye. And what you want, what you need to do, it's no problem. And if your man got a problem with that, then I'll solve it. And I'm a lick you like that. Bet you won't go back because I got you. Aye.
If you go further down, Andrew, we gonna do it just like grown folk. Face down, face down, face down. Yeah.
Can we make this like at least a weekly segment that Andrew and Chris Tifo read rap?
Well, here's the other problem with it that drives me crazy about rap music. It used to drive Brandon Doriot and Kalen Savage crazy as well. You can't rhyme a word with the same word and think that you're rhyming in a song. You can't rhyme I with I and just the other words just be garbage. And just because you put the same word at the end of two, that's not rhyming. That's not rap. Does not work like that. You need to rhyme the word with a different word that kind of sounds like that. That's the way rap music works. Okay.
Thank you, hip hop aficionado Andrew Zepeda.
I miss Will Smith.
Right.
Speaking of Will Smith, have you guys seen the thing that he's doing on Snapchat?
No, what's he doing?
He has his own like little Snapchat show called Will at Home. I think he kind of started it, during the whole quarantine stuff, and he gets like certain celebrities and just interviews them and talks. And
that's awesome.
He had Tyra Banks on there the other day, and they kind of reenacted their like one of their scenes from The Fresh Prince that they were in together. It was amazing. So you guys get a chance, check it out. It's called Will from Home.
Wow.
They're breaking social distancing and.
No, they're doing it all from their computer, Snapchatting.
Yeah, so I figure. All right, go ahead, Jake Dickey.
Dude, so we got to try to get Kalen and Brandon on one of these shows and do a celebrity rap battle.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Go back to the old school.
That would be amazing. Now, as the sex scene unravels, hold your ass still.
We're back to the rap, huh?
Tell me what you like. You got your number one fan here. Gates be retarded. Eat that like a last meal. Got your booty lick. Put your hair back and get drilled. I mean, none of it rhymes. You're just
girl, you wet all my jeans when you moist.
God, disgusting.
Every female that was just me saying it. But no, I do respect that about him because he looks normal and presentable. Like he's not like the weird dude with the face tattoos.
But he's got tattoos all over everywhere else, though.
Yeah, he's got everywhere else, but it's all covered up, so he looks normal and respectable. And so the parents will like look at the album and go, "Oh, this is a nice young man."
Right? Fool you. Well, then he take your daughter home. He takes her clothes off, and he's full of tattoos. He's like, "Oh, I'm about to do
what's everybody's issues with tattoos?
No. It's not an issue with the tattoos. It's the hiding and the like. He's presenting an image that isn't his image.
Go ahead, good, Jake Dickey. What were you gonna say?
I just miss the old school lyrics like "pimps up, hoes down."
Well, and here back to tattoos too. The
police.
The other thing too. That's the way you're supposed to do tattoos. It's supposed to be like party or business in the front, party in the back. You got to have them so you can cover them, so you can actually get like the ones with the face fat tattoo. You know what that means? I'm gonna be unemployed forever. You can't get it.
Night Stalker at Walmart.
What's that? Yeah, Night
Stalker
at
Walmart.
Yes, wherever we can hide you, we'll use you. You're never gonna exceed. You're never gonna climb up the ladder when you got a tattoo all over your face.
You're not gonna have a corporate CEO with a dragon on his face.
Go ahead, Denny.
There's a few people that I work with that have face tattoos, and they're doing pretty good for themselves.
Really?
That's because they're in a warehouse. Nobody cares what you look like in a warehouse.
Just saying, we do pretty good.
They have Quasimodo in there if they could get away with it.
All right. Well, we've got a special guest on with us right now. You know, we've been quarantining out for a couple weeks now. We got at least a couple weeks left, and I've talked to a lot of people, and we talked about this yesterday on the show, how your days are exactly the same. So there hasn't been any like weird stimulus introduced, but yet a lot of women that I talk to, they say they could wake up and be in a perfect mood, or they could wake up and just be in the worst mood and be crying with nothing else happening. So obviously it makes sense. You're going to, if something happened to you the next day, you might be in a bad mood, but it could be it's the exact same day every day. Every day is Saturday.
Why do you keep looking at me?
Well, because you've had this problem. So people will just wake up randomly and just be depressed. And I think a lot of people are going through that. So we've got Erin Wiley on. Erin Wiley is a clinical psychotherapist and the executive director of the Willow Center, a counseling practice in Toledo. She leads a team of 18 other therapists in the goal of meeting the counseling needs of the people and families of Northwest Ohio. And Erin is on with us right now. Hi, Erin. How are you?
Good, thanks.
So talk about that. Why is it that one day you're going to be fine, nothing else changes in the day, you're doing the same thing you did the day before, and the next day you wake up and you feel like crying?
Well, it seems like right now everyone's kind of in a survival mode. So everyone is just coping. Just like when an animal is under duress, they freeze, they handle it. Like, you have to handle it in the moment. So we're all buckled down trying to fix what's going on, and there's not much we can do. So I think everyone's in like survival mode, and I believe that people are not going to really show signs of the trauma that everyone's experiencing probably for months to come.
Really? You think you'll be dealing with this for a while, even after this is all over?
Yeah, I think, I was actually just talking to another therapist friend of mine today, and I said, I think I bet by August, September, you'll see a lot of people kind of having like a meltdown, because right now you don't have an option. If you have to homeschool, you have to homeschool. You can't just be like, this is too stressful, I'm not doing it. If you have to work from home, you have to figure it out. So everyone's just trying to figure it out in survival mode. And I think months from now, really, our definition of post-traumatic stress disorder is really expanding. And so I think there'll be a lot of people who do have like a low level post-traumatic stress after this is over.
Erin, I'm also a psychotherapist. I'm an amateur. And you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I had this conversation with a lady this week, and I said, I think that and Colleen struggles with this too, I think that you're better with a routine. It doesn't even matter what the routine is, but you can't go every day and just fly by the seat of your pants and wake up when you want and go to bed when you want and do stuff when you do everything when you want. You have to be in a routine. Otherwise, it makes things worse, because you're thinking about what you do all the time, and you're stressing yourself out to where, hey, I'm going to get up at 7:30. I'm going to have breakfast at 8 o'clock. I'm going to do a workout at 9 o'clock. I'm going to watch Rachel Ray or whatever the hell the routine. It doesn't matter what the routine is. I think that you're going to be better off mental health wise with a routine than without one. Would you agree, Erin?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, humans are still mammals, and mammals run with the cycles of light and day. So we are meant to go by the light of the sun. But that's how we're built that way. I know in my house, I've got 3 guys, my husband and 2 teenage boys, and everyone's been staying up until 1 a.m. and sleeping in until like 10. It's like unheard of.
Rookie numbers.
Yeah. Well, the teenagers did sleep until 12:20 today, so we'll applaud that, right?
Right.
But I decided personally I had to put my money where my mouth is for all of my patients, and so on Monday morning I started getting up every day, and I got up every day this week at 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
I know, right? Crazy.
I'm still awake when you're going to bed.
I'm doing a morning wake up meditation at 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning on a Zoom channel. And so we've been just trying to get our days, like get our body clocks reestablished, because when we all do go back to life as normal as it can be, it's going to be a rude awakening for those of us who have been staying up super late. So I'm trying to get myself back in a routine to encourage my people to do the same.
Okay, and let me ask you this. So I had this battle with my wife, and then we had a guest on this week as well, and the same thing. It's like, you have teenagers, you have 2 teenage boys. Colleen's daughter will sit in her room all day. She'll stay up all night, wake up whenever she wants, and stay in her room all day. And I said, no. I said, she has to have a routine as well. I said, she has to come down for breakfast. She's got to come down for lunch and dinner, and there's got to be a routine. So I know you said it's better for an adult. What do you say about like teenagers who just want to sit in their room on their phone?
Sure. I tend to be more of the mindset that teenagers are young adults and they have got to learn how to manage their own time. My boys both have homework to do, but they both want to game and watch like TikTok videos. And so I try to be hands off because I'm trying to create kids who can handle their own life and do all that stuff on their own. So I'm trying to stay out of it and let them make decisions because I think people learn best financial consequences. And so if you stay up till 1 or 3, and then the next morning everyone's up making noise and you're mad because it's 9:30 and you were up till 3, well, then the lesson is learned. Sorry, life goes on. You're going to get woken up, get your butt out of bed, get your homework done. And they're running into situations now where they're like, I have to finish this. It's due in an hour. And I'm like, didn't you have all week to do it? Well, yeah. And I'm like, your problem, not mine. And I think they learn a lesson that way. But there's a balance, right? I just have found personally that it isn't worth the power struggle and fight to demand my kids come to certain meals. We might say dinner is a time we all get together. Other than that, figure it out. If you'd like to join us, this is what time we're eating lunch. This is what we're doing. But then I try to give them some freedom to make those decisions that it's not a constant fight.
That's very interesting because that's the way Colleen's been doing. It's been driving me crazy. I'm like, she's got to be on a routine. So, well, there you go. From a professional, I guess Colleen was right and I was wrong.
Well, also,
who's recording this?
Yeah. Also, what I would say is these kids, like everyone, but these kids are kids still and they're grieving. Just today, I got a rare moment to see my 18-year-old and I said, can I have a hug? Because, you know, as a boy. And he was like, okay. And I said, are you doing okay? And he said, yeah. I said, are you sad? And he said, yeah. And I was like, oh, he's going to get no prom, no graduation, no track season. My junior was the lead in the musical. It's gone. And so I can't help but just feel a little like, and we asked them to stop working at their jobs because they were out doing food service. And I said, I don't want you going out anymore. And so if they're gaming in the basement for hours right now for a few weeks of their life, I'm letting it go because I think these kids lost a lot and they're all really sad.
Well, very interesting. I appreciate the perspective.
You know, Mallory hasn't seen kids and I pulled her out of school ahead of the governor closing school. And so...
Her daughter's popping her head in right now and calling me a loser because now she knows that she can get to do whatever she wants.
Send a check to Erin Wiley at the Willow Center. You're welcome.
Get your head back behind the curtain. Goof.
Come all the way out, or
all right.
Those are your options.
Let's go to Denny Crum. Go ahead with your. I know you have a question.
Okay, so like I've been laid off for a couple weeks, and I work nights, and I'm still keeping my sleep schedule, which is like weird for normal people. So, but like, do you think that is the right thing to do, or should I get on a normal person? Because like I go to bed at 6 a.m. I wake up at like 2 or 3, and that's what I always did when I was at work. Is that should I continue doing that, or do you think it would be better for me to go on a normal person sleep schedule until I go back to work?
I mean, if you anticipate that you'll be going back to that job, then I would absolutely stay on the same routine. I think it's really imperative. I mean, working nights is really hard on the body and confusing to the brain. So if that's going to be the pattern you're in, though, you should stay in it.
I've been on it for like 7 years, so I mean,
right. That's good. The people I worry about, I literally just talked to. I do a lot of couples counseling, and was just talking with a couple today or yesterday. I don't know. I'm seeing so many people right now. But all online, but they were talking about how, you know, they have opposite schedules of each other. And then the person who seems to have the night schedule, they end up coming home at 7. And then instead of going to bed, they like help with the kids and then they do stuff. And then like some cops I know that I see as patients, and they have a couple beers and they watch some movies. And I'm like, you need to get your butt to bed. And they're like, I know it's hard. And I'm like, when are you sleeping? And they're like, well, between like 11 and 3. And I'm like, it's not healthy to only get 4 hours of sleep a day. Like, so having a consistent wake and sleep time and trying to get between 6 and 8 hours is really important for your body.
Well, and the other thing, go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead. Well, and then you said earlier you think that we might not see the effects of this for months. And you know, granted, you know more than me, so I'm not pretending to know, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here. You don't think that people are going to be so ecstatic and happy that like, hey, I can get out and get back to normal life? You don't think that people, you think that people are going to be more happy, like, or do you think that the PTSD that you talked about is going to hit?
Yeah, I mean, I think people are going to be thrilled to finally get out, but I think the things that we haven't anticipated are also down the road. I mean, first of all, like I said, everyone's trying to keep like a level head and keep it together. It's almost like holding a beach ball underwater in the ocean. Like you can only do it so long. You're doing it. At some point, you're like, oh, there it goes. And like you talked about, Andrew, some people are just like, I've had a number of patients say, I cried 3 times today and I don't know why. And I'm like, if you're watching the news, hundreds of thousands of people are dying. It's in our town. You don't know if you're going to get it. Your kids are losing school. You lost your job. You might lose your house. So yeah, do I think everyone will be happy to get out? Yes. But I do think it's very individual. I mean, there's some people who are really fortunate and have 2 parents in the house who both work a job where they can be home. No one has to leave. They have plenty of resources. And then you have other people like a single mom who's got 3 kids, a husband deployed in a military unit. She's trying to homeschool 3 kids and still has to go to work as a nurse at the hospital. Like, so I think it'll be really individualized. But I do think that there'll be things that don't happen till the fall that are like ramifications, like aftershocks, where kids who are planning on going to college for the first time, like my kid, I'm hearing rumblings from friends of mine who are university professors that a lot of schools might make the first semester of next year online schooling only. And then you're losing that. And now are you going to move into a dorm if you're going to be on your computer? Then your parents make you stay home and now you've lost college. And there's just so many ramifications coming down the road.
And one thing that you said too, with a parent, you go into a survival mode. So hey, I've got kids at the house. I'm throwing myself into that, and it's not till later on, once everything is back to normal, then like you said, that's when for some people that's when the trauma is really gonna hit, because they don't have time to do it now, or they don't want their kids to see it, or they're hiding it. Whatever it ends up being,
for sure.
It's gonna be later on. Chris Tiefel, go ahead with your comment.
I got a 2-part question. First part is you're talking about PTSD. And when most people think about PTSD, they're thinking about, a war veteran, or they're thinking about a cop, or they're thinking about, like a woman who's been assaulted. Mm-hmm. What kind of PTSD are you referring to in this? Right.
So PTSD is just that after the fact, you are still experiencing the trauma and your brain didn't have a chance to process it. And so it keeps going over it. You have flashbacks, you have nightmares, you feel sad, even depressed months after, that's lingering and you don't know why. To be honest, the growing model of PTSD really aligns with this belief that everyone has trauma in their childhood. Because for a child who just expects the world to be nice and good, when a teacher screams at you, or when a parent smacks you, or when you get in a car accident, they can be traumatizing. And if kids don't have an opportunity to process that with someone, it doesn't have to be formally with a therapist, but someone who says, that was really scary, wasn't it? It's really scary when the world is out of control and bad things happen. And the kids are like, right, okay. And then their brain makes sense of it. But if no one ever talks to a kid when their parents get divorced or their grandparents die and nobody talks about it, you get left with this kind of fear that's stuck in your brain. And for some people, they have trauma from their childhood, from things like that. And you think, oh, people should be resilient and get over it. But if that's part of your brain that's never really healed, there's just no getting over it unless you actually work through that kind of stuff. Did that answer your question?
A bit. But my other question is, as a fellow employed person, how does it feel to be surrounded by so much unemployed trash?
You bastard.
I believe all people.
This is part of my trauma. I sent them all bootstraps. They're not doing anything with them.
Aaron Wiley, you were an absolute blast. Can we have you back too? Because I think this stuff's important, and as everyone goes through this, I think it's really important. You were awesome.
Well, thanks for having me. It was good to see you all. I'm happy to come back anytime.
Yeah, we need to do a full hour of you evaluating Chris Tiefel. We need to find out what's going on.
Find out what's wrong.
Yeah, I was kind of half afraid this whole thing was cover for an intervention.
while we have you here, Tifel.
Thank you, Aaron. Bye-bye. There it is. Aaron Wiley. She was awesome. I liked her
Great.
a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
please have her back, Andrew.
Oh, we would
Oh, yeah.
definitely have her back.
I can't afford therapy on my own.
free on radiotherapy is awesome. Yes.
Well, actually, so the Willow Center is one of the places that I went to during my journey to find the right therapist, and the prices are relatively inexpensive.
Oh, cool. So yeah, and everyone can use a therapist, to be honest with you. I mean, guys aren't probably going to go because they think they're too cool. But I mean, nowadays, the great thing is it's come a long way where it doesn't have the same stimulus that it did.
Stigma.
I'm sorry, stigma.
Stigma.
that it did.
He's got stimulus on the mind.
I know, I
He's
do.
got money on his
We're
mind.
gonna get paid. That
Mind on his
that
money
needs
and his
some
money on his
money.
mind.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
He's got 99 problems, but his stimulus ain't one.
All right, this portion of the show brought to you part by our friends over at Memorable Lights. Ooh, also, you know who else is brought to you by this show? Colleen's Lip Sense Girl. What is it? Tell me, who's the Lip Sense Girl?
I don't have my face on
Well,
because
okay.
Josie got a hold of my makeup. She did.
Excuses.
No, she put it all over Mallory's coffee table in her room. I was so mad.
Wait, why does your daughter have a coffee table in her room?
They have a living room in their room.
Yeah, that's why they never come
How
out.
big is your house?
How rich are you? How secretly rich are you?
That's why Andrew's so into Ozark. He's doing the exact same thing Jason Bateman's character is doing.
He's like, who studied me?
This portion of the show brought to you part by New Power Property Services.
No, you said it was brought to you by.
They do cleaning and they do.
It can be brought to you by more than one
Yeah,
thing.
they do cleaning and sanitation, and also Get Fit Nutrition. Get your shake on over there in Maumee. All right, it's time for our musical guest. We are so excited to have Chloe from Chloe and the Strings. Hi, Chloe.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Oh my God, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here.
You know what I love, Chloe, is that you're one of the artists in town, and there's so many of them. The one positive part about what's going on is we're being exposed to so much talent here in the 419 that normally would only perform in bars and stuff. And if you don't go to bars, then you don't get it. But you guys,
Right.
It's awesome. Any night of the week, you could see someone popping on and doing some live stuff, and it's really cool. How have you guys have been consistent with it? How have you found doing this online stuff?
We're having a lot of fun with it. I would say we would probably do a Facebook Live video once or twice a week, even before this happened.
Okay.
So we were at a show. I was like telling somebody, hey, can you go take a live video? So it's been really fun for us. It's nice, like you said, people don't have to be drinkers. They don't have to go out and spend money per se going out to eat. Although it is really awesome for everyone who is going out and supporting the local restaurants. But yeah, I mean, there's so many people who, if you can't leave your house, don't like to go out of your house, just want to keep your comfy pants on. You can sit and you can really right now hear any artist you want.
I know,
local or otherwise. I mean, it's actually phenomenal. It's so fun.
And a couple parts of that is number one, I hope the artists keep it up even after you guys are back to work, even maybe
Me
on
too.
off nights or whatever. Number one, and number two, it gives us an opportunity for you guys to get a new following and grow a fan base, because not everybody goes out to bars. But now if they watch you online and they like you and they start following you, then they're going to see, hey, Chloe and the Strings and the Steel Strings are playing over here, so I am going to go check them out.
Right.
So hopefully it's growing everyone's fan base. Some sort of positive out of this, since I know that that a lot of your finances has been cut off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just grateful that I feel like my parents raised me right. I have savings, I don't spend all my money. So I'm not.
You're a unicorn in the musician industry.
I guess I kind of am. I think it's funny though, because
I feel judged.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tifel.
I was saying I feel judged.
Right.
You feel targeted.
This is harassment targeted at me, and I don't like it.
Hold on, we need to have the therapist back after Chloe to.
Yeah, therapist. Well,
I think I'm going to have the PTSD after Chloe.
my mom's a social worker, so I got lots of free therapy over the years.
Nice.
So it's probably part of it.
Nice. Okay, so Chloe, what are you going to do for us tonight? And I know that you're coming back Sunday. Here's what I love too. The reason we started the live in the 419 page was the theory is that if you don't know the musicians personally, well then you're probably not going to come across them in your feed. So
right.
If that's not what you usually do. So the cool thing is that we're trying to, hey, if everyone's on one page, everyone that goes live, if they're on this page too, then you can see all different talent, and then your fans, you bring your fans there, and then they'll see Chris Shutters, and they'll do whatever. And
right.
So that's the hope of what we're doing. And on Sunday, we're doing a special show on the live in the 419 page from 6 to 8 p.m. Chloe is going to be a part of it. What are you going to do for us tonight, though?
Tonight I am, again, I kind of wanted to keep it with a quarantine theme, but keep it light. This is an original song. It's called Stay a While. And although I wrote it about a really happy time in my life where I felt like I really belonged somewhere, and I still feel that way. I really couldn't be happier. I'm happy that as a band we live in the same house. So we've been able to get a lot done over this time.
Hold on. So Chloe and the Strings is Chloe and who else?
It's Chloe, myself, my twin sister, Anna.
Oh.
And we have a bassist named Connor. They'll be on the show on Sunday.
And wait, hold on.
So
how
do we
does
know you're
Connor
not
fit in?
Anna?
Oh, I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead.
How do we know that you're Chloe and not Anna?
Well, actually, so this computer that I'm using for Zoom is my sister's for work. And initially the Zoom account was going to say Anna on it. And I was like, no, we can't have that. So I had to put it on the Zoom account. So technically you wouldn't have known.
Go ahead, Tifa.
Like you're not like the mysterious triplet that you tell nobody about that lives in the basement.
If we had a triplet, I mean, I feel grateful enough to be a twin, but if we had a triplet, I mean, that would be a whole nother level.
Right? Okay, so
the harmony level.
What is Connor? How does he fit into the house? If you guys are twins, is he your brother?
No, he's my
too.
He's my boyfriend. So it kind of works out nicely.
Has he ever kissed the wrong one?
What do you say?
Has he ever kissed the wrong one?
No, so this is an interesting twin thing, and if there are any twins watching this,
Yes.
you'll have to comment and give your opinion. Anna and I have found that we really only know if a guy is interested in one of us seriously if he knows which one he is interested in.
Wow.
It's not just like he's down for either.
I'll take either one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that you're just like, oh, looking for a hook up, run.
Like, do you set up a test?
Right.
It's pretty easy to tell. It's
like you send Anna in the room, just be like, see how far he gets before he's like, oh wait, you're not her.
Believe it or not, we have not had that many experiences like that. And I would say that, like if a guy is interested in her, there's like no way in hell he's going to be interested in me. I don't know why. And like vice
Really?
versa,
Yeah.
It kind of goes the same way. But we spend so much time together and have for so long that we're almost like we're like yin and yang. So she, I think, tends to find partners that are more like me, and I tend to find partners that are more like her. So
Well, luckily, Connor is a gentleman. He hasn't tried to say, well, I basically seen you naked anyway, and I might as well.
no, we say that too. That's kind of funny. You're like, does it like what point does it not matter?
Love it. All right, okay.
I love the way this conversation is going.
She's
Continue.
awesome.
Oh,
So
man.
cool. All right. So, what are you gonna do for us tonight again? What is it called?
I'm gonna do an original song called "Stay a While."
All right. Here's Chloe from Chloe and the Steel Strings with "Stay a While."
All right. Sun's in the chase, with sparkle high, sequins in the breeze. Let me tell you that I've never been here before. When I'm finished, sure I wanna stay a while. Flowers wave to me lately, and the ocean looks unglassy when it greets me. Let me tell you that I've never been here before. I'm pretty sure I wanna stay a while. Won't you sit next to me, baby, and see what I'm saying? I've never been here before, but I'm pretty sure I've never been here before you. I've never been here before, but I'm pretty sure I wanna stay a while. The sun is in the shade, the leaves sparkle high, sequins in the breeze. Let me tell you that I've never been here before. I'm pretty sure I wanna stay a while. Won't you sit next to me, baby, and say what I'm saying? Oh, 'cause I've never been here before, but I'm pretty sure I've never been here before you. I've never been here before, but I'm pretty sure I wanna stay a while. I've never been here before. Oh, with you. I've never been here before, but I'm pretty sure I wanna stay a while. I want to 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 stay a while.
Nice. Woo, Chloe. From Chloe and the Steel Strings. That was amazing. You were awesome. And
So much. Sorry, I know the high notes tend to get a little weird over the computer, but thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it.
It was great.
I mean,
It was beautiful.
You're such a good sport too. We'll see you on Sunday, okay? And tell
Awesome.
tell your sister and your boyfriend hello, okay?
I definitely will. Thank you so much.
See you guys on Sunday from our Live in the 419 page. She was awesome. Denny Crum, go ahead.
I was gonna say this is the first musical guest that we've had that Sugar wouldn't hit on, and she's not here.
Sugar would find an excuse.
Right, exactly. So, all right, it's time right now for Tiefel's tirade. This is where Tiefel puts on a tie and something that annoys him, and he goes in. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I didn't know you had to tie it. I thought you just would have it already tied. Here we go.
Well, I did until Colleen distracted me the other day.
Okay.
And then it got all untied, but it shouldn't take too long.
All right. So,
but you can continue introducing me and saying nice things. It's all right.
All right. So it's
nice things
that annoy Tiefel. He goes on a little tirade, so he puts on his tie and goes at it. And there's no better shirt a tie goes with than a t-shirt.
The tie is how you
look.
The tie is how you know I'm serious.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. All right.
Right.
Here we go. Tiefel's tirade. Now, before you get started, these people online that are driving me crazy, well, they're not driving me crazy, but they annoy me, are the ones that are like, see, we're in martial law, everybody. This is martial law. Don't you see they're trying to take your rights away? This is America, and you losing your rights. And I'm like, well, this is an emergency pandemic, and it's not exactly martial law at all. But that's what they see. They see, do they stop watching crazy videos? Just because a guy has an accent and a lab coat does not make him a medical doctor and an expert at what's going on, or on 5G or anything. Stop getting your advice from Facebook. Stop getting your talking points from Facebook, Denny.
And I was gonna say, it has to be exhausting being a conspiracy theorist, because how do conspiracy theorists sleep at night knowing all this is going on in their minds? They're coming after me, they're doing that, this is why they're doing this, the hidden agenda, the new world order, this is on purpose. If I legitimately thought all this was going on, I would be terrified right now. I would be in my there's no way I'd be able to sleep.
Well, I talked to a buddy of mine today, and he's one of those that believed in the one that was where all the celebrities were in this child pornography sex ring.
Oh yeah.
And so his thing was, none of the celebrities had the coronavirus, they all were on house arrest because they had all been arrested by the child pornography ring, right? He's like, see, we haven't seen Tom Hanks, we haven't seen the Pope, we haven't seen blah blah. He's not saying all these people. And I talked to him again today as the follow-up. I'm like, so Tom Hanks back home and the Pope gave Good Friday sermon. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Nothing to say.
They got out for good behavior.
Right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you get more than 2 weeks
For 2 weeks
for child pornography.
Right. Oh, well, you didn't see their ankle, did you? I'm sure they're on house arrest.
Yeah, house arrest for child pornography.
So there's this guy we're going back and forth. He's like, this is your taste of martial law. It's coming. And then Tiefel, I know those are the type of people that know you as well. So what would you say to someone that says, we're in martial law right now, Tiefel, for your tirade?
Dear internet dumbasses, it's martial law. MARTIAL. Martial law. Marshall with an SH is just the best damn character on How I Met Your Mother.
Nice.
Or one of the best rappers of all time.
Yes.
The Constitution still exists, and it's in the same damn place it's always been. Unless Nicolas Cage stole it again. Also, we are not under martial law at this point. Martial law in the United States is closely intertwined with the suspension of habeas corpus, which has not happened. We are under emergency orders for public health and safety. Whether you like it or not, shut up. Now, if we were under martial law in response to COVID-19, it would most likely end up being deemed permissible under Article 1, Section 9 of the U.S. Constitution, which states, and I quote, "The privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended, unless, when in the cases of rebellion or invasion, the public safety may require it." And it can easily be argued credibly that a foreign-born virus killing many citizens and spreading across the country is an invasion and does threaten the public safety. So therefore, martial law would be A-OK, as according to the Founding Fathers. Or at the very least, make for a very fun and entertaining court case. And I repeat again, shut up.
There you go. T-Will's tirade. It must have been. I only understood half of it, but I'm guessing it was really good.
No, it was good. It was really good.
So I'm now understanding fully why you haven't been laid in 15 years.
First off, that number is grossly wrong.
Yeah, it's not.
And secondly, why
17.
And secondly, why you gotta put it on the air like that? Why you gotta bust balls?
Yeah.
What is this?
All right. So, ladies, right now, if you're into hearing more about habeas corpus,
whatever that is,
give Chris Tiefel a call, and you can.
Habeas corpus is what gets you in front of a judge to decide whether or not your arrest is valid.
Okay, there you go. Holly, producer,
sit your ass down,
Producer
or
Holly,
further down than you already are.
Go ahead.
You know that I won custody in court against an attorney pro se, right?
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Holly,
just
go
because you
ahead.
batted your beautiful eyes.
We do have people talking about in the comments why Chris Tiefel's single.
Oh, I love it.
They're wanting to know why. Mama Judy's here. Everybody say hi to Mama Judy.
Hi, Mama
She's
Judy.
sandbagging
Hey,
on the
Mama
side.
Judy.
Hi, Mama.
What's up, Mama Judy?
Somebody tried to make that negative earlier today.
It was Donnie.
Yeah, I had to put him down.
What'd he say?
He was like, "I'm sorry, I haven't been around this week and sandbagging on the side." I was like, "You will not make that negative to cover for your absence."
So what are they saying, Holly? Why is he single?
Bobby Lynn, she just says, or why are you still single, Tiefel?
Because
Oh,
women
she's
can't handle me.
asking. Yeah, women can't handle the habeas corpus. Go ahead, Denny Crone. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, nobody likes to get on Chris more than me. Like, one of my favorite parts,
Especially women.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts about the show is being able to make fun of Chris Tiefel again. It's something I've sorely missed over the years. But I don't want to give him crap for his tirade because I feel like what he just said is super important, really entertaining, really funny, and really accurate because people need to listen to what the hell you just said.
Really quick though, Chris, Georgia commented and said that you had one girlfriend. What was her name?
You've had one.
I've had more than one girlfriend.
Georgia says one.
Georgia's your sister.
Well, she's
by the way.
yeah. She also didn't live with me for most of my life, so
So, how many have you had? 2?
I haven't kept count.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay. So
If
the
Jake
reason
Dickey said that, I would believe it. But
That's code for.
Yeah, go ahead, Holly.
the reason you're still single is because you wear a tie with a t-shirt. That's the issue.
Oh yeah,
The issue.
because
It
of
was
a
all
gimmick
cleared up.
on because
It's
of a
all
gimmick
cleared
on a
up.
because of a gimmick on a radio show that I just started doing. I okay. Hey, it's like all the women knew. Oh, that's some bitch gonna wear a tie with a t-shirt.
Bobby?
on the Andrew Z
No.
podcast.
Hold on, one at a time.
Like
Go.
I take my shirt off right now, but I see the tie in my forward vision, and I just can't.
All right, go ahead, Colleen.
Bobby Joe, I do not like that dig that you just gave. That is not cool. And Chris, Georgia says her name was Nicole. She sounds like she was easy, so.
Denny Crum, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that there's no way that the shirt and tie thing for the gimmick is that, because I mean Tiefl's no sex streak started back when Andrew was on Kiss, so it's got to.
You know what? If you can't get any when you're on Kiss, you're associated with my show. Back then, even my 350-pound intern was getting some. So how did you not parlay Kiss FM being #1 in the city to any at all?
Maybe I just have higher standards than your 350-pound intern.
I don't think you have any standards.
I actually do, which is the sad part.
He has standards, but should he is the question.
All right, let me ask you a question, Tifel. So at what age were you when you and Nicole were together?
I don't like the way this conversation is going. I gotta say that right now.
What age were you?
It was in college.
College. Okay. So and how did you guys meet?
In college.
Okay, just on camp. Oh, God, you're a
like I mean, where did we meet? It happened in college. We met in college. I don't know. There was no meet cute. There was no. I went out of town, and we just happened to be from the same place. But no, we met at the college.
Okay. And how long did you go out for?
A little over a year.
Until the court order said he couldn't see her again.
It actually did not end well, and could have easily gone to a court order. So, yeah.
Okay. Does anyone think that he got some on the first date?
No.
No, of course not. I don't think he would even have tried. Did you even try on a first date? Did you try to get some, Tifel?
What kind of asshole tries to get some on the first date?
Right, exactly.
Me,
Andrew.
I do.
At least you're honest.
Many times. Jake Dickey, go ahead.
You guys remember, like, was it 3 or 4 years ago? We gave Chris a makeover, and he still didn't get any.
And that was on Kiss.
I think that had nothing to do with Kiss. That had to do with City Paper.
Well, I know, but we were there at time. Okay, go ahead, Holly. What were you gonna say?
Well, Georgia's coming to Chris's defense, and she's saying that he has standards because Mike has tried setting him up with multiple women, and he said no to all of them.
Mm.
Well, in my defense, the women he's tried to set me up with have like 5 children.
So are you?
Hey, dude, beggars can't be choosers at this point.
Well, first up, that's just it. I'm not begging, and I also like one kid. I'm okay with.
But when you're
right,
but
I don't want it. It's if a woman's got 5 kids by now, she's around my age or a little younger. She's got 5 kids. Chances are one of them is big enough to kick my ass. I don't want to deal with that.
Maisie is big enough to kick your ass.
Go ahead, Colleen.
Tifel, really quick though, because I know that Georgia's husband is friends with my family. So if any of their last names are Cole, run.
Oh yeah, I already know that. I learned that from you.
Okay.
But by the way, Georgia, stop dumping my purse all over the comments.
Okay, hold on, Tifel.
She did say you guys needed family counseling, so.
So why did you guys break up? Why did you and Nicole break up?
I know it's cliche to say, but she was insane. Like she ended up being the one breaking up with me, but before she broke up with me, she let her niece. When you have a bike and you have the little handlebars and you push them in, so then the metal's pushing out. She let her niece take that and go down my car with it. This huge scratch down the side.
What did you do? Though? What did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I resisted the urge of hitting the child. That's what I did.
No, what did you do for her to take that course of action?
Right.
She didn't take the course of action. She just stood there while her niece did it.
Okay, but I
did.
just
But why did the niece do it? Is the point? What happened?
Because the niece never liked me. I was taking time away from her aunt. So the niece never liked me.
All right,
And then, but then she also apparently, right before she broke up with me, apparently started spreading around, and I don't know why. I never found out why. Started spreading around campus that I hit her, and then she broke up with me, and then she sent my stuff back from her place. She had somebody else bring it to my place of work at the time. And like while I was there in the middle of the day, instead of like going to my house and throwing it across my lawn to at least let me know she still cared a little.
So was the sex good?
I mean, yeah.
Usually crazy chicks are.
Yeah, Jake Dickey.
Okay, you say. I mean,
sex is also like pizza. I mean, even the bad is good.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
she was the DiGiorno of sex.
You know, somebody says that the crazier the better, you know?
Yeah, that's what Colleen's saying. Go ahead, Jake.
Well, I like the whole story was there was a young child that as a girl, and at a young age she already knew she hated you.
I mean, I really have that effect on most women and young girls. Young girls really come into their own when they look at me and they go, "Oh, son of a bitch, that guy sucks."
As I told you, though, Tifa, let me look. As you get older, like, okay, when you're 19, you have tons of standards, right? You're like, if he smokes, if he swears, if he does this, if he eats onions, you have this list of disqualifiers. But what you have to realize that as you get older, that list has to get shorter.
My list is not huge.
Your list has to be just breathing at this point.
What is your list? Let's hear your list.
Yeah, what are your deal breakers?
More than 1 or 2 children. Can't deal.
Is that it?
I don't. That more than 1 ex-husband.
Okay.
That's a red flag there.
Those are the only 2 deal breakers for you right now?
I mean, at this point, I'm just looking for someone to find the body. So,
all right. Well,
now, what if the kid is over 18? They're already out of the house.
That's it. Okay. I mean, if they're out of the house, okay, maybe, because I don't need that awkward running into them at the fridge at 3 a.m. in the morning.
I heard that.
Like, I know what you're doing to my mother.
Right. Oh man.
Seriously disappointing her?
I mean, I got mine.
Oh man, what a crazy show! We
ladies,
had fun today, and it's ladies. He's still available. Him and Jake Dickey and Wolfman. We've got 3 eligibles on the show tonight.
It's crazy that I'm not one of them. If you would have asked me that 2 years ago,
right?
There's no way I wouldn't have told you that I wouldn't be single right now sitting on your show.
Found the right one.
Hey, I'm 55 and still looking for Mrs. Right here, you know?
I got tricked. I got tricked into a relationship. I did not mean to get into one.
So did Andrew.
I didn't. My fiance is yelling "shut up" from the other room right now. I didn't know I was in a relationship till like 3 months in.
Yeah, neither did Andrew.
He started looking around.
that side look.
Dude,
he started looking
I'm
around.
waiting for her to come around from the corner to punch me in the side of the head.
Then he started looking around, noticed her toothbrush was in his bathroom.
How'd you get tricked?
There was a decorative soap all of a sudden.
How I figured out that I was in a relationship is she got mad at me about something really stupid. And I thought I was like, is this something that like, are we dating? Because this is only something that people who are dating get mad at each other about. And she goes, well, yeah, I think so. I go, no, all right, I guess we're dating. Like, you know.
Wow. So, Colleen tricked me too. I was not looking for. And
well, here's the thing is, so talking about standards, Andrew dropped every one of his standards to get with me.
I did. I said no smokers. I didn't want someone that swears all the time. I didn't want someone with tattoos.
Someone that was shorter than you?
Someone that was shorter than me. I mean, just every single one Colleen broke that were my deal breakers.
I'm just glad that I'm not Andrew's type.
Kids?
Kids, yeah, she had 2 kids. I mean, everything was just against what my deal breakers, but
I special.
She's special.
Seriously, how do you get these young women?
How do I?
How does this happen for you? Like I'm not talking about number 1, but I've seen number 2 and number 3, and she's like, what, 15 years younger than you? How?
Well, first off, 1, 2, and 3 all look similar.
Yeah, that's true. I did.
Yeah, but
Two of
your
them had
name's
the
not-
same name.
Wait, what's your middle name,
2 of the 3
Colleen?
have the same name.
Carrie.
Yeah.
Damn.
I married 2 Michelles and then Colleen.
And we all have light eyes, dark hair, athletic figures.
Okay. The fact that he has a type isn't the question. The fact is, how does he get that type
I don't know.
to touch him?
I'm lovable. I don't know.
No, because I will tell you right now, and this may not apply to you, Tiefel, because
Can you look at the camera,
sorry,
please?
this may not apply to you, Tiefel, but Andrew's funny, and he made me fall in love with him by laughing. And I didn't realize it, and when I realized it, I tried to avoid him like the plague.
Ladies laugh at Tiefel all the time.
Yeah, but
It gets even harder when the clothes come off.
but not like the funny, like, oh wow, charming and all that good stuff.
Go ahead, Denny Crumb.
Well, I'm going to, and I hate to inflate Andrew's ego, but Andrew has swag. He's like Andrew knows how to talk to people. He knows how to talk to women. He carries himself very good. And women generally are more attracted to a presence, to an aura, than they are to, look.
You know what I really,
personality.
you know what I really hate about this? My sister brings up one ex-girlfriend, and it comes on Dump on Tiefel time. I ask Andrew this, and everyone rushes to Andrew's defense instead of Dump on Andrew time.
Well, Andrew has a track record. Andrew has a proven track record of pretty women. I want to see yours.
You don't want to see that track record.
Here's the issue: is that this is why I know there's a God. Because God, this is why I know there's a God. Because God either gives you.
You're gonna God me right now.
God either gives you looks and you're dumb as hell, or He gives you personality. So I got personality. Luckily, anyone that has both, like Denny. Luckily, there's not a lot of Dennys and Jakes out there. There's the unicorns. But for the most part, you get one or the other. Either they're a-holes and they're good looking and they're banging all kinds of chicks and they're never going to be faithful to you and they're just jerks and they have bad personalities, or you get someone like me, just a good personality.
So was I just God's joke?
What's that?
Was I just God's joke?
You were, aw.
He's like, hey, Gabriel, check this out.
It's not funny.
I know it's not funny, but it's funny.
It's pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was funny.
We love you, Tiefel.
Now, can we hurry up and roll out of here so I can go get me some?
Oh, I'm about to too.
There you go.
I didn't even realize what time it was.
I know it. The Friday went
Hey,
fast.
Danny, though, I feel like I need to be friends with your fiance.
I know, right?
Oh, Andrew, I'm gonna talk to Andrew to see if we can allow
Is
that
that
to
a
happen
bad
because I don't know.
thing?
I don't know if it's gonna be a good thing for you two to
You
get
know
together.
she's tagged on your Facebook.
She-
I can just
you
friend request and find her.
You can't. Social distancing.
Exactly. Perfect. That's a perfect excuse. For Chris Tiefel, for Colleen Z, for Denny Crumb, for Jake Dickey, for Wolfman, for producer Holly. Another great week, you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to tune in Sunday for our special show on our Live in the 419 Facebook page. And we'll be back here on Monday with another show. And of course, you can get, if you missed any of them, get caught up on podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. Have a great week, and we'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna go cry.
God bless everyone.
Come on! Come on!